Opening up the UFC 316 main card, we have an interesting matchup between Vicente Luque and Kevin Holland. Vicente Luque is 23-10 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that finish win over Temba Garimbo. He's taking on Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision win over Gunnar Nelson. He is also almost 500 at 27-13. Well, I know that math wasn't anywhere near almost 500, but both these gentlemen are in very similar spots as far as their records are concerned. Not a lot of success lately, but just enough to keep them alive. Lots of wins, couple of losses, quality wins, couple of quality losses. Both of these guys are very, very good fighters. And you would think that there's a huge age discrepancy between the two because Vicente Luque has been around forever, but there is not. He's only 33 years old to Kevin Holland's 32. But Vicente Luque has fought some of the best people in this division, multiple former world champions. He's pretty good everywhere. He's got power in his hands. He's got solid wrestling defense, fantastic submissions if it gets to the ground. At the end of the day, he's a striker. He's looking to bang it out on the feet, but he can work towards other things. He's been fighting some of the highest level of competition for the last 10 years. Most recently, and this isn't the highest level of competition, but most recently he knocked out Temba Garimbo. And I know it's going to show up as a submission, but the 2 strikes that he landed is what set that up. He's taking on Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is all the things. He's a great striker. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He also has no takedown defense whatsoever. He doesn't take his career seriously. Kevin Holland is an impossible guy to break down because you don't know what version of him you are going to get. Are you going to get the guy that can be good everywhere? Or are you going to get the guy that's just doing wild shit? No care whatsoever in the world. He's got great striking, great accuracy, great range management, but also horrendous, miserable, the worst takedown defense you've seen at this level. He's coming off that decision win over Gunnar Nelson where the BJJ was slick and the striking almost got it done. And this is a weird fight for me to break down because I'm a giant Kevin Holland fan and I have picked Kevin Holland in more fights than I've not. But now I'm finding myself, even with him coming off that win over Gunnar, where I believe he was a dog and I definitely picked him, I find myself in a position where it's like, I can't keep picking this guy. I picked him to beat Gunnar Nelson because Gunnar Nelson also doesn't give a shit about his career. He shows up once every couple of years in London for a payday. That's where Gunnar Nelson is. And I know this time around, he was like, oh, I take it seriously. It's no bullshit. He shows up once every few years.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. He said that.
Bullshit.
He said that to my daughter, but my daughter's like, I just want to say goodnight, Casey and Jacob.
Let me give the full story first of all. I go over to Angelo's
Sweetest girl.
and I have a good time, right? I hit the vape pen a little bit. I'm just hanging out for whatever reason. When I get a little bit high, I like to just say, oh, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. Every time somebody says anything, I'll just say, oh, bullshit. And it becomes a thing during the night. Like even Casey will randomly try to bait me and he'll be go, oh, bullshit. And I'll be like, oh, bullshit. So then we're all sitting there and, I'm a little bit, at this point, what's the two sheets to the wind? What's a fucking.
Yeah, that's it. 2 sheets to the wind.
I'm just fucking whatever. Little girl walks in and so, hey, you're like, what's going on? And Tiffany's like, oh, she just go ahead. She's like, I just want to come in and say good night. So what
Sweet
do I
as
do?
could be.
Yeah, I just want. She's like, it's like the little Whoville girls, right? The little So she said, I just want to say good night. She's standing there, and I just go, oh, bullshit. And I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. And she just kind of just walks out of the room with her head down. It literally just comes out, I just wanted to say good night, Daddy. I just go, oh, bullshit.
That's the nice one, too. The younger one would have just fucking slapped in your mouth and said, we don't talk like that.
Yeah, she does scare me.
The nice one just put her head down and walked away. Listen, I can't be picking Kevin Holland at this point. I just can't. I love the guy. He's got all the talent in the world. You just don't know.
Things have changed in Angelo's life to where
you just don't know what version of Kevin Holland is going to show up. Even in his last fight, he's hanging. He's being held up. He's hanging. And he should have destroyed Gunnar Nelson, and he was this close to actually doing it. Kevin Holland is a spectacular fighter, but you cannot rely on him. Kevin Holland at 170 is different than Kevin Holland at 185 because he has to be in the gym to make the weight. I am going to pick Vicente Luque here. If this was Vicente Luque from 2 years ago, this is a no-brainer. Vicente Luque now is a little questionable, but what's Kevin Holland going to do? I don't see him knocking out Vicente. Kevin Holland's not going to initiate any wrestling. So now we have a situation where Vicente, if he's losing the striking, has a wrestling backup plan because Kevin Holland's takedown defense sucks and has not improved whatsoever. Vicente Luque is going to be my pick. Very low confidence in that. And I love Kevin Holland, so I can't possibly bet against him. Kevin Holland is one of my favorite fighters. I enjoy watching Kevin Holland. Vicente Luque is the pick. What do you think, Jacoby?
First of all, I want to shout out D that's in the chat. One of my good friends. D in the chat. Me and him talk often. He happens to be.
Have you met D? How do you know that's his? How do you know that's his profile?
Happens to be happens to be a black man, but it's kind of beside the point. I'm picking Kevin Holland now. To bet on Kevin Holland is insane, and I said that. And I should have listened to myself. I've been saying it for the last year that betting on Kevin Holland is absolutely insane. And then I saw this guy, RDR, and I'm like, oh, Kevin Holland's going to fucking beat – like, look at this guy. Like, fucking look at this guy. This sloppy fucking dude. Kevin Holland's going to smoke this guy. And I made Kevin Holland my lock of the week. Whoops on that. That was not a very good pick. And at this point – anybody that acts like they know what the fuck is going on in a Kevin Holland fight, anybody, all the experts in the world, and Angelo broke down the fight. I'm not going to break down this fucking fight. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in a Kevin Holland fight. I'm going to take Kevin Holland because it seems at 170 he's a little more dialed in. So Kevin Holland's going to be my pick. I'll never bet him again. That's as simple as it is. If you think you know what's going to happen in this fight, you're a fucking liar. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You don't know what the fuck is ever going to happen in a Kevin Holland fight. That's the truth of the matter. I'm taking Kevin Holland to get it done. I don't know how he does it. He might not.
Yeah, I mean, good for you, I suppose. I'm obviously on the Vicente Luque side. I'm not going to bet it, though, because Kevin Holland is unbelievably talented. Whether he actually does something with that talent or not is the issue. That's the concern. We just don't quite know what is going to happen there. But Kevin Holland is going to be fun to watch in every fight that he's in. Vicente Luque is going to be my pick because I'm not betting money, to your point, on Kevin Holland. I'm also not going to bet money on Vicente Luque, who says he's 33, but we might have a Jose Aldo situation here where he's actually...
bullshit!
I've been saying Jose Aldo's old as shit for years. And then 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden he does an interview and he says, I'm 5 years away from being 50. He's listed at 38 in the UFC. That is a 7-year difference.
The way that he was fighting at 45 is way more impressive than whatever the fuck Yoel was doing at his age. Like, people are like, yes. Oh my God, this guy's 40 and he's fucking just standing there. Aldo was fucking fast as shit. He looked fucking incredible. And it's like, holy shit, this guy's 45 years old. Oh my God.
I 100% agree. It's insane. Even
everyone
his last
in the
fight,
chat right now, guess how old Angelo's going to be tomorrow.
Dude, Bet Sam made some fucking dumbass comment a few weeks ago that I was 50, and now people say that.
Put two numbers in the chat. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to put how old do you think Angelo's going to be tomorrow, and how much older do you think Angelo is than me? Go.
Or just list both our ages. What the fuck? Vicente Luque, $7,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. Listen, Linda. If he gets a decision here, a close decision, he probably has to get a few takedowns, which scores pretty well. Then he scores a 30 bonus points for getting a decision win. $7,400 makes some sense for Vicente. Kevin Holland at $8,800. Quite a high price point there. Talent-wise, makes sense. Execution-wise, not quite sure. I am going to be on the Vicente Luque side if you want to check out everything that we offer. I mean, he was in college. He's 22. That is fucking tough, dude.
Actually, he looks good with the...
Once he shaved the head and grew the beard out, he looked spectacular. But 22 is young.
He looks way better than you. Dropped some weight, too. I mean, if that's not an inspiration, okay. I don't know.
Well, all right. We want picks.com. Become a premium member.
Just at some point, just dial it in and just surprise everyone. But literally... I mean, we had a chance. You had a chance to win $500.
How about let me enjoy my birthday? How about you let me enjoy my birthday and then you can get back in the fat jokes next week? How about you could have made $500
you said that you were going to, and then you're like, I never said it.
I literally never said I was going to. I said I'm traveling for work and I'm not going to do some
How about we weigh you right now, and then we'll weigh you next year on your birthday, and let's see what's going on. Get the scale. I'll entertain the people. Let's go get the scale.
No, we're not doing that. We're not too far off from having to go to the zoo. Listen, we have a $2 super chat. I don't know what the fuck this means. It says, hasn't been a steal since Whaley. I don't know what this means. I appreciate the $2 super chat. If you want to add context, I'll keep an eye out for it and we'll comment on it. I don't know. I don't know what this means, but thank you. We do have this comment that I want to dispute. I looked a little distracted the last 30 seconds, is because I sent a push notification to the app. Peanut said push notifications don't work in the app, by the way. Guess what, motherfucker? Here's a push notification from the app that I just sent, and it says, we are live breaking down the main card of UFC 316. Join us on YouTube and tell Peanut. See where it says tell Peanut? I don't know how else to prove that the app works. I can touch the button, and it went ahead, and now it's opening the app. Bingo, bongo, app's open. So there you go.
Can I start having access to push notifications?
To send them?
Yeah.
I would love if you did, because I have to send them when you place bets, and it's a fucking headache.
Because I would like to maybe what could be fun.
Hey, and who's single? Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't send stuff like that. But I'm thinking about, like, when I'm over fight nights watching pay-per-views, it's like Angelo's on his third box to
Just updates.
Angelo has opened up his ninth seltzer.
Well, I do drink regular seltzer.
They're LaCroix. I will give you credit. You haven't fallen asleep in the co-main event of a card in a while.
It's because I don't drink alcohol on fight nights anymore, because I have to film the recap videos.
Because I used to control your vices.
No, because there's no point. When you and I were watching fights in the media room before the podcast existed. Yeah, well, Casey's the day one. And Bo. It was the four of us.
My favorite nights were just us.
Me too. And when we didn't have a podcast. There was nothing to film after the fact, so there was no recap to do. So I was able to get after it. That's no longer reality.
Chalkboard going.
Yeah, remember when Jen did the beautiful lettering on the chalkboard, and we had the bets going? Those were the good old days.
We would just draft a fighter for each for the main card, one fighter each. Have a little.
Yeah,
draft.
we had the alternate. Yeah, that's right. We bet draft. Each fight. Yeah, good old days, man.
Yeah, man, and now it's like,
get a pick wrong, and you're a fucking dumbass loser, and you should jump off a bridge. And the energy's not great. The energy's not great.
Well, I mean, you've kind of moved on from my friendship. It feels very.
I invite you to every single thing that we do
these days. I mean, I was
holiday and otherwise. It is one way.
Today wasn't getting the text back today, and just kind of feel unwanted sometimes.
I have been grinding today because I need to be a week ahead. You've got this
one guy. God, what the fuck is his name? Jesus Christ, the Josiah or what the fucking, I don't know what his name is, but
Jeremy.
You got that one guy that you're doing the videos with. Sometimes now you're doing live streams with them, and it just feels like
it's the same video.
I don't know if we're gonna make it through the summer.
Well, I invited you over, and you hung out with your mother instead. And then I was like, "Oh, for this card, 317, I'll be home." You're like, "I'm probably gonna stream." That's the problem.
I owe it to these people.
No, you owe it to me. The friendship. Listen, Aaron said I was at UFC 303. I met both of you guys. I saw you both, but Jacob was standing behind Angelo. So I told you it's a height thing.
Yo, D, I will be in Atlanta. Yo, my hotel is like 7 minutes from Magic City. I literally think we're going to Magic City. Angelo's been.
What's Magic City?
Yeah, what? Oh, I don't know what Magic City is. What's Magic City?
Oh. Straight up, what's Magic City?
Well, I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, what is that, guys? Oh.
I'm just thinking of famous magicians. Is that where they are?
Oh, yeah.
Magicians. Chris Angel?
There is some things. I'll fucking disappear this dick into something in Magic City.